We apologize for interrupting your viewing of the Chopping Channel's award-winning series Pimp My Purpose with Jimmy Purner, but must go straight over to the Palace of Central St. Martin's for an important royal announcement to the nation, which we have been informed is of paramount importance to us all. Palace, please be aware that you are now broadcasting live on air.
Hello plebs and serfs. It's King Killer. King Killer Parker Bowles, your queen. It is with both great joy and great sadness that I speak to you today. At long last I am able to say a few words to you, my loyal subjects. I have never wanted to withhold anything, but until now it has not been constitutionally appropriate for me to speak. There comes a time in one's life where a queen has to do what a queen has to do. For me, that time will be the 22nd of March 2024, when I will follow my heart and discharge my final duty as queen. Many of you will already know the reasons which have impelled me to renounce the throne. But I want you to understand that in making up my mind I did not forget the college, or the university, which, at first as a bit on the side, and lately as queen, I have for almost a decade tried to serve to the best of my ability. But you must believe me when I tell you that I have found it impossible to carry the heavy burden of responsibility, an excessive workload, or to discharge my duties as queen as I would wish to do with the constant bickering and nonsensical politicking of the higher court. And I want you to know that the decision I have made has been mine and mine alone. This was a thing I had to judge entirely for myself. The other people most nearly concerned have tried up to the last to persuade me to take a different course. I have made this, the most serious decision of my life, only upon the single thought of what would, in the end, be best for all. This decision has been made less difficult to me by the sure knowledge that the royal princesses, Tracy and Hannah, with their long years of waiting in the wings and tireless training in the financial affairs of this college, and with their fine qualities, will be able to take on my duties forthwith, without interruption, or injury to the life and progress of the university, even if the extra tasks that will befall them should strip them of their sanity, and their will to live. And they have one matchless blessing, enjoyed by so many of you, and not bestowed on me, the ability to soldier on, to keep their heads down, and to continue to thrive and survive in adverse conditions. During these hard days I have been comforted by my therapist, and by copious amounts of Xanax and gin. Some ministers of the Crown, and in particular, the Dowager Lady Rathner, First Minister of the Court of Central St. Martin's, have treated me with full consideration and respect. There may have been some constitutional difference between me and them, and many more between me and the higher court, but bred in the constitutional tradition by my family, I should never have stayed for as long as I have. Ever since I was concubine number 1, and later, once I had wormed my way to the throne, I have been treated with the greatest kindness by you, the hoi polloi, the riffraff, and the criminal classes of Central St. Martin's, as I have sashayed throughout these royal halls of learning, bestowing benevolence in abundance. For that I am very grateful. As of the 22nd of March, I will quit altogether university affairs, and I lay down my burden, for this head can no longer carry the weight of the crown. It may be some time before I return to these hallowed halls, but I shall always follow the fortunes of the amazing creative talents they harbor with profound interest, and if at any time in the future I can be found of service to the First Minister, or her court, in a private station, I shall not fail as long as the price is right. As such, I wish her and you, her people, happiness and prosperity with all my heart, and I will be eternally grateful to you all for teaching me how ordinary people have to do this thing called earning a living. I could never have imagined such a thing had I not seen it for myself firsthand. The discovery that many of you have to eke out a meager existence, as hourly paid, reduced me to tears. There will be an abdication ceremony in the palace's platform bar from 4 p.m. on Friday, the 22nd of March, to which you are all invited. Following this, there will be a procession through the streets to the holy institution of the Star of Kings, where, from 7 p.m. until 1 p.m., celebrations will be expanded to incorporate my birthday, which just happens to fall on the same day as my abdication. I hope that some of you may wish to join me there for a toast or two, and a bit of a royal knees-up. God save all the queens. Welcome to the Republic.
That ends today's surprise special announcement from the palace. Due to the seriousness of what we have just heard, and out of respect to our dear Queen, the Chopping channel will cease broadcasting for the rest of today, which means that unfortunately we will not be returning to our award-winning hit series, Pimp My Purpose with Jimmy Purnell, which will be shown at a later date. Normal programming will resume tomorrow at noon with the launch of our new health and well-being series, Cooking with Dust: How to Survive on a University Salary.